How's it going, everyone? Today I have to do something that I absolutely do not enjoy doing, which is underground PVC repair. My septic system, the discharge on my septic, I have a aerated septic system, and it's got 3 stages that the tank, the water liquid goes through. The last tank is the clean side. It's been disinfected with chlorine tablets, and then it gets shot out or spread out onto my property out here. The pipe underground broke, and I thought my pump went bad because the water wasn't shooting out at all. It wasn't even bringing up my sprinkler heads. There wasn't enough pressure, and I thought the pump was bad. But the pump ended up being fine, and I've seen that the water was gushing out from underground. So, and this happened earlier this week, maybe 4 days ago, and it was cold, rainy, drizzly day when it happened, and I tried digging some of it out. It was just a complete muddy mess, and I said, I'm not going to do this today. So I ended up bypassing the system temporarily. So let that dry out a little bit. I was waiting for a nice day. It looks like today is a nice day to do work that I cannot stand doing. So let me show you what's going on here. Alright, so this is my first tank, second tank, and this is the clean side here. So what I've done temporarily, as you can see right here, this pipe where the hose is connected to, that there was connected to that right there, and that goes to my sprinkler heads. One was there and one is way back, way back there. It broke right where that mound of dirt is, right where you see right there. That's where I dug it out. But anyways, I bypassed it and to this hose here, and I got it running off to the property right over there. So what I need to do is come over here . Now the pipe runs, you can see from over there, runs over here, and there's a T right there, and it broke right at the T on this side here. And then the pipe continues on to my other sprinkler head right out there. So now I have to continue digging this out, expose the pipe, clean the whole thing up, and put a new T in there, and I'll show you how I'm going to repair it. Well, now it's just a matter of cleaning things up and putting new parts on. Alright guys, you can see the pipe here, the T. This goes up here to the sprinkler and then it continues on. Now obviously it's broke on this side. We're going to cut this off here. And you can see This is the part I cut off. This is the T, and this is where it broke flush with the T. So I got to replace the T. Alright guys, so the part I just cut off here, the T is obviously no good, but I can still use this part right here. There's nothing wrong with this part. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut this off. Now this part here, this is where the sprinkler head went on. I can still use that. It'll be about an inch shorter, but it's not a big deal. Alright guys, now I'm going to PVC cement this T down here where I cleaned up the pipe. So what we're going to do is we're going to prime. I'm going to prime the whole thing right now. And then we're also going to do the same thing to the pipe inside the hole. We're also going to prime the pipe I just cut for the sprinkler head. Now we're going to get this PVC cement here, and we're going to apply it to the T, to the pipe here, and that down there. So we're going to do this one at a time. There. We're also going to apply cement to this here, the inside, and we're going to cement these two together. Okay, now let me show you what I'm going to do to fix this. Alright guys, we have two options, or two ways to repair this pipe. One is to use a compression coupling like this one here. This has a rubber gasket here on each end in here. This comes off like this. What you would do is you would slip this into the pipe, over the pipe. Then you put your gasket over the pipe too. Then you would slip this on, okay, and the other piece of pipe that's sticking out, we want it as close as we can get to this one. Do the same thing. We put this piece onto the pipe. In other words, we're going to slip this in between the two pieces. The pipe would be here and here on both sides, inside of here, and then we can tighten this up and it'll clamp down onto the or crimp down into the pipes. What we're going to use is an expandable type coupling. I'm going to put this end where my T is. I'm going to put a little piece of PVC pipe, have it stick out about an inch, inch and a half out of that T, and that'll go in here. Okay, this also comes apart. It's like a union kind of deal here. This piece here slides in and out. It's got about a 2 1/4 inch travel. See that? So the other pipe here is going to have a coupling on it here also. So we want it as close as we can here. We're going to connect it here to the T. Once this is connected, we want the other pipe very close, within an inch, we'll just say, and then get the cement on here and everything, and then just slide this right in to the other coupling, and the repair should be done. Now there's another way of doing it too, is just like I explained it, but once you can keep these two separate. I dropped it. Make sure there's a O-ring in there. Okay, so this part would go where the T is, This part here, you would connect on the other side and make sure they're about within 1.5 inches or so apart from each other. Then you can slide this out closer to the union here and connect the two and tighten that up that way. Either way, it'll work. Okay, now I should have just enough space to get this in there like that. We'll get this one cemented, or primed I should say. Okay, so we're gonna do this end first and then the other end. We're gonna do this quick. Or what I could do is do one at a time. I can do this end first. Take the O-ring out for now. Okay. Now it's going to want to pop out of this end here. So we just got to be careful about that. Okay. Now we got to put our O-ring back here. And we'll tighten this up. And this you just want hand tightened. And it looks like the repair is fixed. But the problem is, being above ground, they wobble all the time when the sprinkler heads are going. So I'm going to pound this down. Probably about right there-ish. Put a clamper on this thing so it won't wobble around. If we can tighten that up right now. That's good. See, now it's nice and solid. No more wobbling around. Alright, so everything here is done. Everything's cemented. The expansion coupling is tightened up. I put my stake in there for support for the sprinkler head. What I have to do now is fill in the hole. What I have to do then is take these sprinkler heads off and run it manually and flush out the mud, because there's a lot of mud in this line, and flush it all out to the other sprinkler head, which I have right over there. Okay, looks like we're pretty much done here. Oh boy, I really love that red clay, huh? Beautiful, huh? Anyways, we are going to flush out the line now. I'm going to manually turn it on, let this gush out, then I'll probably close this one up because it'll be flushed out by then. And then the other one, I'll let it run for a few minutes or just for a little bit to clean that out too. And then I'll put the sprinkler head on it. Okay, so I did cut the power to the septic. What I'm going to do now is disconnect what I put on here and hook it up back to the sprinklers. Put that aside. Okay. All right, now I'm going to turn the power back to the septic system, and we're going to flush out the lines using a manual switch here. All right, so now I know this is flushed out really good. I'm going to put the sprinkler head on. There we go. Okay, that's good. Now we want to put the strap on there. Now I did turn the septic off because I definitely don't want to get a shower from this water. You know what I mean? There. Now that's nice and solid now. You want to get sprayed, huh? No, I hope not. Okay, now I'm going to turn it back on again. All right, I just turned the power back onto the septic. We're going to flip the manual switch and clean out that last sprinkler head. Ooh, did you see all that mud come out of there? Okay, so let's put back our handy dandy little, I'm going to have to unloosen it here, a little clamp here. And this, by the way, is a 1-inch EMT, electrical conduit, galvanized. It'll be here for a while before I need to replace it. The only thing I probably have left to do, I can tell on that first sprinkler head, I need to adjust it so it takes a certain arc. I don't want it spraying towards the house, obviously. I want this one I can just spray in a 360 motion, but the other one's got to go 180 and it's got to spray towards this side. Yeah, that's nice and sturdy. That ain't going nowhere now. Alright guys, I hope you learned something from this video. Looks like everything's going to work just fine. So please like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Blah.